In this episode, I will share with you what jig weight is suitable to fish in what kind of conditions. In Singapore waters, usually the jigging depth is in the range of around 10 to 30 meters. We seldom fish more than that. What weight we use is normally this type of weight, 40 gram or 60 gram, or if the current is stronger, we use 80 or 100 gram. But most of the time, 40 to 60 gram is sufficient. So when do we choose what weight to use? So usually it is when the current is strong, because we need the jig to reach the seabed and then we start the jig up. So when the current is strong, we use a heavier jig. When the current is strong and the water depth is deep, then we have to use even heavier jigs because we need the jig to reach all the way to the deep depths like 50 to 100 meters. But it doesn't mean that the current is strong or the depth is deep, we have to use heavy jig. Sometimes it depends on the condition. Like for example, if the current is strong, but we want the jig to travel further, to push by the current so that we can reach a certain spot or we can cover more areas, then we might even choose a lighter jig so that the current can bring it further away from the anchored boat. But if we are drifting and we are drifting past a spot, we need to have the jig reach to the bottom as quick as possible. Even when the current is not so strong, we have to use heavy jig so that it can reach the bottom at the shortest possible time. So it is not a fixed rule that we have to use heavy jig when the current is strong or light jig when the current is weak. It depends on the condition and also which depth the fishes are. We have to be very conscious of which depth the fish is, what depth our jig are at, and which depth we are getting the strike. Then we choose the appropriate weight for our jig to reach the right strike zone at the right depth. So now you know how to choose the jig weight. You have to get more practice so you have a feel of where your jig roughly is, at which part of the waters, at which depth it is. Then you increase your bite rate.